Hugh Rappaport, who was the father figure of the Rappaport family who lived in that house on Escondido Street, was a tired and overworked employee at a place called Vertex Electronica, working long hours with a rather neglected and therefore crumbling family life back home. Desperate to fix things, he started turning to self help books, um, trying to huff and puff himself up to be more of the man of the house, and kind of went down that path until he stumbled onto a little TV show on TV Odyssey called Daily Affirmations with David Tilbert. He started watching that religiously, and these affirmations centered around self acceptance, but in really perverse ways. He would espouse being in the moment while hurrying from segment to segment. He would espouse patience while chastising his assistants, as we saw on the tape. He would talk about humility while wearing fancy clothes and big, gaudy watches. Um, and in the one episode that the Latchkeys watched, he was staring into a spiraled mirror while talking about self acceptance. And while he's doing that, his reflection is growing older and withering and weeping in fear, while the David in front of the camera was growing younger and almost more plastic. You put two and two together to recognize that David Tilbert, and to some degree maybe TV Odyssey, was wrapped up in a cult or group surrounding a force that we have not yet named. Even the cult itself hasn't really been named. You just see these numbers 3, 5, 5, 5 as the fingerprint of all of this cult activity, in addition to emblems of mirrors and spirals. What we realized is that Hugh got really sucked in to whatever this cult was peddling, and before he knew it, he went off the deep end, seemingly murdered his family, stayed in the house for a while before departing to some other place. That we don't quite know, but we do know that is why the house on Escondido Street is full of evil. So that led you to the opportunity to kind of put this mystery to rest by telling Casey Wilcox, the young pizza and weed delivery guy, what happened to his best friend Elliot and the Rappaports, and then deciding how to deal with the house, either by destroying it or by doing some sort of ritual that would banish the evil there. You also have a VHS tape. It is nighttime now, and the four of you are back at home at Rodenbecker Street. You also scored a 12 on answering the question for this mystery, which means that story is canonical to the grander story of what happened to TV Odyssey. You now have one clue towards that great mystery, and the complexity for that mystery is 6. So remember, you just need at least half that in order to try to solve that mystery. The last thing we'll say, as somebody, I think multiple people pointed out, is when you were in the library fighting the demon spider Miss Garcia librarian, you, for whatever reason, were carried over to a video game called Mr. Snackman. And you took it home, and inside there was a single golden arcade token with a spiral on it. Some other threads that we may have left behind, or that sometimes when you're driving on the highway back home, you see mysterious lights dancing off on the horizon. I think it was. Who saw that? I think
Santi.
Santi, right?
Saw it.
Santi.
You were driving and
Mhm.
you thought it was sleep deprivation. We still don't quite know what those are. That is where we left off, team. Spooky things happening in the middle of nowhere. And we'll start off with Lina, the cowardly Murray. How is Lina,
Librarian.
the cowardly librarian? what has Lina been feeling most recently? Do you have any conditions? And remember, we'll also check off dawn questions after this night phase. So, Lina, take it away.
hmm Um, Lena is feeling very balled up into even more anxiety than she already is because she has been getting a lot of reminders about Sabrina, her sister that went missing. So she is feeling a little bit stressed because she feels like she has to, at some point, tell everyone what happened um, because the big man had mentioned her. And she has two conditions right now still because Lena is very bad at opening up. And that is, what is it? Admittance and presence. Um, so Lena is um, more anxious than she usually is, which is quite a lot.
Santi, do you want to go next?
Yeah. So Santi currently has the paranoid condition. Um, so he's definitely been like pretty on edge, especially with all the near death encounters that we've had as of late. But he's also like trying to keep it together as much as he possibly can, especially with kind of seeing that, Lena has also been getting noticeably more anxious and him learning about uh, little bits about her sister and her disappearance. But I think recently, like with solving the mystery, kind of he's kind of clinging on to that as like, okay, we're we're doing something right now, as opposed to just being like paranoid, like I don't even know what's going on. But I think solving the mystery is like the first step in like trying to calm down from that like a little bit. Um, and he definitely went harder than usual on smoking weed and eating a lot of pizza after after almost dying again.
Casey?
Hi. Yeah, Casey. So she just had a play date with a ghost. Her, I mean, I have one condition and it's soured stomach, but honestly, I think after that experience, I think it was pretty rad that I made connection with the other side. And Casey's chilling. She wants to go back. She wants to learn more. She's very curious. She's very hopeful that this mystery will be solved.
Last but not least, Penny.
Yeah, I think similarly on like Casey's route, I think the condition that I had was fear of being alone. And that was the first time like when I was alone in Elliot's room and had that scary experience. But I think now post having this encounter with Elliot and like this wholesome play date with this child who, we don't know his full story, but we know that he came from like a broken home. Like, it's just a kid that wants to be loved. And I think I feel a lot better about um, solving mysteries now beyond this point, just because that was like while it was like spooky, it was a wholesome experience and like is bringing more to light and making this feel more like complex and real than what I think it was initially. So like feeling settled. Um yeah, and like eager to keep digging and wanting to like feeling braver to explore more.
Some really affirmed characters that are seemingly doing quite well. That's great. One person is doing a little less well, and only kind of. It's new enough to be fun. She hasn't gotten too far into the deep end. But I will just remind folks that because Penny had such a brush with the other side, She is the first of the group to mark off one key of desolation, which was the sandstone arch. Reminders, some technical reminders, is at the beginning of every day, you'll see if you can check off any dawn questions. That's how you get XP, which levels up your character. Questions like, did you solve a mystery? So tomorrow morning, you'll be able to check that off. Did you deliver a chilling monologue? Were you vulnerable with someone? Did you cut loose for once? Penny now has access to the question, did you receive a signal from the other side? And the way that she would be able to say yes to that is during watching a tape, if something from y'all's day-to-day life shows up in some way in the tape, or something from the tape shows itself in the real world, even in some minor ways, right? Like in the background of one of the tapes, you see somebody riding a red tricycle, and then in the real world, you pass by a junkyard and there's a rusted red tricycle. That would be receiving a signal from the other side. So any connection that starts to blur the line between what's TV Odyssey and what's real life would be a signal from the other side. So, that said, the four of you are now back at the house on Rodenbecker Street. You have some things to figure out. You have to figure out what you want to tell Casey Wilcox. You need to figure out what you're going to do about the house. And you also need to figure out really what you're going to do tonight, which is maybe the big thing. Whether or not you are going to maybe attend to the first two things or watch the new TV Odyssey tape that you found at the library.
What are we gonna do?
Do you guys think we should call over Casey and tell him about the mystery, or you think that's like a tomorrow problem and we just watch the tape tonight?
Forgot I was muted. Fuck.
'Cause I'm gonna vote. I'm pretty high right now, so I'm gonna vote that we watch the tape. I feel like it's
know what
less
would be
scary when you're high.
Even more fun before we watch the tape, because I think all encountered some really spooky activities, and I don't know why, but my brain goes to arcade.
Let's go to the arcade.
At night,
Scary. Right now?
Yeah,
Uh,
why
Are
not?
they open?
I'm sure it's not that late. It's like, what, 7?
Yeah.
No, it's closer to 8.
Dave and Buster's is open until like 1.
You're not in LA.
But-
You're in
Yeah, we're in.
town.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll skip the arcade for tonight, but I want to plan it
You can
soon.
definitely go to the arcade if you'd like and see what's there.
Yeah.
Instead
We
of
could
watching
explore it when no one's there if it's closed. What am I talking about? I don't want to go to the arcade.
Lina, that was a great idea. Why don't
No, no.
we arcade right now? Even if
I
it's
got chased by a spider today.
a lock, I can pick a lock. We can all pick a lock. We make our way
Guys, I'm
in.
pretty sure it's still open right now. It's 8.
I don't. I feel like everything closes at like 5 here.
I will
This
say,
is true.
not everybody has to do, like, some folks can stay and watch the tape. Some folks can go check out the arcade if that's what you want to do.
Nah, we all go to the arcade and then we
Casey,
all
let's
watch
go to
the tape.
arcade.
You can only do one tonight, and I'll remind you,
Is-
you can only watch tapes at night.
Fair.
I feel like, yeah, that's why I feel like the arcade is like a tomorrow problem. And we also kind of have to solve the whole Rappaport house and like deal with the spirits, I think.
Okay, let's watch the tape first. Fine.
Yay.
I just wanted to decompress a little bit. Santi, give me some of that.
Read a book. Silence.
Alright, are we putting this tape
No,
in,
that was a
or what?
doobie. That was her grabbing.
I know. I'm like,
Okay.
all right. I guess we're watching the tape.
How
Let's
do you
watch this
guys?
tape.
Is anybody grabbing a drink or popcorn, or how do you go about watching this tape tonight? This being the second tape that you watched together in this house.
Me and Santi are high as hell.
Yeah, I am
Like on the couch.
downing. I'm down.
Yeah, I'm gonna
big ol' slice of
stand behind the
pizza.
couch.
I'm gonna sit on like the armrest of the couch, kind of lean.
I'm like on the floor and back against like the couch, like just yeah.
So with Santi on the floor, back against the couch. Santi, I imagine you're wearing boots, but I can't be sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I
I'll
told
make
you
the
no
boots
shoes in
off
the
when I go to bed.
house.
And I
Santi,
told
we have
you
rules.
no.
Casey, in any moment, threatened to be swallowed up by the couch. She's sinking so deeply into it from being so couch locked by the weed that you're smoking. Lina is standing timidly, kind of like smoothing the top of the couch, correcting sweater and sort of jittery. And Penny is half like in lurching position, ready to like jump up in a moment's notice, half sitting on the armrest. And just like that, the four of you are watching the TV, which is blank. And a moment goes by, and you realize no one has put the tape in yet.
Oh shit.
I'm not
okay.
getting up.
I can do it. Give it to me.
Okay, here you go.
Penny, you pull it out of the distinctive purple clamshell case, and you see very briefly there's a faded sticker label on the cassette saying "Visit Starlight Kingdom" in big font with some stars around it. Before that familiar hum goes on, the TV goes from black to blue, and as you remember from the first tape, and the top right, you see the white lettering glitching and jumbling buck up and forth TV Odyssey. And then the tape starts. It's an extended commercial, actually, featuring a behind the scenes preview of Starlight Kingdom, a local theme park that never opened. Transitions between each segment feature a disorienting fractal animation of vivid, sparkling colors. The opening shots feature park visitors laughing together and gazing upward over the camera with joyful expressions. The twinkling lights of an amusement park stretch behind them in soft focus. Santi, what impossible or highly unlikely features of the park are advertised in the animated captions?
Sorry, could you repeat that
Sure.
again? I was in the middle of writing notes and cut the last bit.
Yeah, no worries. What impossible or highly unlikely features of the park are being advertised in the captions?
I think I noticed that a lot of the rides are like you can see like there's so many twists and turns and it's upside down until you realize that like the perspective of it is like shows is like normal, but all the rides are like upside down. If that makes sense. Like as if everything is sort of kind of the opposite way that it should be in terms of physics and gravity.
Like in Shark Boy and Lava Girl when they're all upside down.
Yeah.
As the beginning of this commercial plays out, Santi, you begin to notice that all of the rides, the roller coasters, almost follow a non-Euclidean geometry, folding in and out of space in ways that aren't making sense to your brain, but no one else in the park commercials seemed to be bothered by it, clipping in and out like a poorly designed video game, You can't really wrap your mind around it, but you keep watching anyway. Footage of the amusement park in early stages of construction starts to play. A cheerful narrator mentions that this former mining site boasts the highest number of meteorite discoveries in the region. The footage disintegrates into static as the camera zooms in on a large foundation pit, but there is a brief glimpse of some kind of activity. The workers appear to be doing something very different than construction. Penny, what is it?
They- They're like excavating, um, because this is a meteorite site, and so they're like taking out some of this like meteorite, and it's like glowing, and they're like storing some of it away, like taking it into these like big wooden crates, like yielding them up from this opening in the ground. And then so there's like some workers doing that, and then there's other workers almost like going inside of the meteorite, um and you see them carrying like little boxes, and I don't know what is in these little boxes, but they're like taking little boxes in, and they're also taking boxes of meteorite chunks out. So it's like they're storing and like moving things, and there's a lot of like glowing light coming off of the meteorite. It's weird.
As the camera goes from the above ground theme park to whatever foundation is underneath it, there's a moment where you catch the workers simultaneously putting meteorites in big boxes and having them lifted up out of the excavation site, while also stepping into some meteorites that are the same size to fit in the boxes, but then somehow get big enough for men to fit into them to carry smaller boxes that have identical meteorites in. And once again, Santi, just like you, not being able to put together how the space time geometry of the roller coasters are operating, so too the dimensions of the meteorites that are at the bottom of this mining site. Finally, Paul Greco, the would-be founder of Starlight Kingdom, comes onto screen with a plaster smile and a manic, unblinking stare. He explains that all reports of alien encounters are actually angelic visitations. What about his body language shows that he's listening to or trying to ignore an invisible presence in the studio? Lina.
Um, I think every word he says is there's a little bit of a shake to his voice. Almost like he's scared, like, and if you look really close, every time he pauses, there's a bit of a flinch in his body, almost like when a hand is lifting up like really fast and you're like, oh, you know. Um, so like just very alert, very shaken, but clearly straining really, really hard to stop it. Like even revealing a little bit and straining so much so that like it's becoming more obvious.
As you watch Paul Greco, the founder of Starlight Kingdom, try to explain away all the accusations that there's some sort of UFO happening, alien happening at the park, they're actually just angels. His eyes, unblinking, are glassy, like someone who has done too many drugs or stayed up too many nights in a row, bloodshot at the edges, staring straight into the camera. And the giveaway is that every once in a while you can see him want to blink, trying to flinch away from some unseen force, but his eyes do not give. They stare, unblinking, straight at you, Lina, as he tells you that the park is full of angels. Interviews with starry-eyed visitors after a preview showing of the park, and each account is more superlative than the last. How do their expressions suggest some kind of hypnosis or hallucination, Casey?
I feel like seeing these people come on screen, it kind of feels like they're not in control of their bodies, their mannerisms. Like they're almost just like floaty, like puppets on a string type of thing. So their movements don't feel human.
As one by one these visitors are telling the camera how much fun they've had on these roller coasters and in these fun houses, almost like an old movie that has been poorly dubbed over, their mouth is moving, but the voices, the words are coming out all out of order. But you can see their throats straining, that they're making some guttural noise, but something like this fist is squeezing each word out. You can't quite make out why it feels like it is their voice, but not them talking. It doesn't make any sense to you, Casey, but you continue watching nonetheless. Before, finally, at the end of this tape, a shot from the distance of the park. And while all the dazzling lights up close were something to behold, from a distance, they just look like a whole bunch of melodic dancing lights over a highway floating in the distance. Santi, you take a deep breath in. You're a little dazed. Something about that looks familiar, like something that you've seen recently. And as your eyes focus in on the lights over the highway in the distance, the tape shuts out.
Ooh.
Well,
Do we know where this place is?
Why, you kind of do. This is
Wait,
the second
Santi.
mystery.
ooh.
Starlight Kingdom. Built upon a mountain mining settlement just outside of town, Starlight Kingdom was supposed to be the destination that put Deep Lake on the map. At least, that was the hope of Paul Greco, the eccentric philanthropist who founded the bizarre amusement park. But the religious man and a paranormal enthusiast, he believed that alien encounters were all divine visitations. He hoped, with the creation of this dazzling amusement park, to inspire visitors with the glory of heaven on earth. The scope of the park was ambitious, with millions supposedly poured into early construction from anonymous donors. But here's the thing, the park never opened. After reports of internal disputes, Starlight Kingdom was abruptly shut down and fenced off just months before its planned opening. Rumors persisted about continued work on the park, but none proved fruitful, and Mr. Greco, the founder, was never seen again. The promised Starlight Kingdom slowly crumbled over the years. In recent weeks, strange lights have begun to appear within the park at night, visible just past the highway. They pulse and swarm in odd colors and patterns, and residents of Deep Lake who have seen the lights all seem to recall visiting Starlight Kingdom years ago, even though the park never opened. Maybe they finally fixed it up again, they say. But you know, this simply isn't true. As children growing up in a small town, you were over the moon at the prospect of having your own amusement park just down the road, and you were devastated when it failed to open. Santi, just like last week, you also saw these strange lights back when you were a kid in Deep Lake. But something about your experience then convinces you that these lights are not of this world, and that Paul Greco might have been influenced by some kind of unknowable force. Tell your team. What is it?
Um, there, I feel like there's just this weird sense of familiarity that I have with this park. I feel like I've been there. I know I didn't see myself in that commercial, but I feel like I might have filmed a commercial for that place
Whoa, that's
or
crazy. I remember
something.
seeing this as a kid, but I don't think it ever opened, right?
No.
No, but it feels like I remember the lights so vividly. And like the other night when we were driving home from the house on Escondido, I was seeing those same lights again. And
What?
I don't I don't know if it's trying to call to me or trying to tell me something, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just high right now. But
That's so trippy, man.
it's crazy.
Santi, something about your memory makes you feel like these lights were otherworldly, that something was working with or behind or through Paul Greco. What was your theory as a kid? What was your theory now?
I feel like Paul was pushing for this park to open and saying these like divine visions. I feel like Paul wanted to turn us into these angels or be vessels for these angels.
What?
Something.
Whoa.
I don't know. It just seemed like he really wanted us to experience uh these angelic beings that he keeps talking about. I
Did he
don't
want us to experience? Because he seemed kind of off himself.
yeah.
Maybe
Anyone
he's a
else?
vessel
Maybe
for one of
vessel.
he's being maintained so that he can recruit.
Yeah.
Like he's the one that's being kept human so that he can
Yeah.
bring more in.
Just like how Hugh was being indoctrinated by that cult, Paul was being indoctrinated by the angels. Maybe he wanted to be one of them, but they needed a normie to
What
convince
was all
everyone
that
else.
about the mining?
I think they use those to turn people into vessels or something.
Strange. A lot of questions.
Fucking
But
weird.
one main question, which is, was the founder of the park influenced by an alien intelligence or a psychic anomaly? Complexity 4.
Influenced by an alien or a
Psychic anomaly.
Alien intelligence or psychic anomaly.
psychic and
Four.
Complexity 4. Remember, you need at
Complexity
least
4.
half in order to move on to the next question or to move the mystery forward.
that word's a complexity 4.
Or
No.
maybe he the aliens wanted to use us.
Come
or
on.
something.
Sorry, Santi, what were you saying? Amy was being
Oh,
rambunctious.
oh no, I missed it. I was just saying maybe they were using they wanted to use the people as like an energy source. I don't know what would aliens want people for?
But where are the
Like-
people if they were to use them? Are they like dead now?
Maybe. Or maybe they're. Ah!
Oh, what?
Oh,
What?
What if they're here? What if they're here in Deep Lake? What if they're just among us? Maybe that's also why people are being so weird and sketch.
You think Casey's an
Is he
alien?
an alien?
maybe everyone went to the Starlight Kingdom but doesn't remember it because they got transformed into an alien.
And their
Okay.
memories got zapped.
All right. Look at me, all of you. Look at me. Legally, you have to tell me if you're an alien.
I
Are
am
you in
not
it?
an alien.
Prove
How do
it.
you
I'm
know
not an
you're not an
alien.
I don't think aliens could get this high off weed. I feel like their body wouldn't
Well, guys, I feel like there's only one way to find out.
We're going to the carnival.
dissect
we're
ourselves.
going to
Oh.
the carnival.
yeah, no, that. Oh, good.
The four of you continue chatting for a little while, exploring this idea and tossing around possible explanations, and eventually you just start talking about all sorts of other things, and the night goes on, and before you know it, Lina yawns, and that yawn is copied by Casey, and there's a soft quiet that comes upon the living room. It's late.
Hey guys, it's late.
Yeah. I'm
Is
gonna
it bedtime?
knock out.
Bad time,
Yeah.
bad time.
You guys want to cuddle? Cuddle puddle?
Yeah, I don't really want to be alone tonight.
What if we have a sleepover in the living room?
We're in the living room.
Pillow fort, pillow fort.
Everybody go grab your pillows. Come on, Santi.
Grab all the sheets. Whoosh.
All right. I'm keeping my boots on.
Lena's replacing everyone's pillowcases with the clean ones that she had. She doesn't trust you guys. I'm
The four of you
just
go-
gonna grab your guys' pillows really quick.
All right. You do that. I'm gonna go take a shower. I feel like a sweat.
Are you gonna wear your boots in the shower?
Santi, please
Yes.
take off the boots.
No, I'm feeling belligerent.
Another
feeling
level
belligerent.
forward.
You're feeling belligerent.
Can you spell belligerent?
Complexity 6.
Belligerent.
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 He says as he walks away with a mouthful of pizza.
That he's gonna eat in the shower too.
Yeah. You guys don't have
Shower
pizzas?
pizza.
You've heard of shower beer. Here's shower pizza.
The four of
With
you
boots.
gather all of the disparate construction materials for a ramshackle pillow fort that you build in the living room. And you manage to have a fairly good night of sleep. You feel maybe for the first time that you aren't just sleeping in a room full of strangers, but maybe a house full of friends. And the night goes
No,
on.
we knew this.
No, you didn't
Aw.
until just now.
It's the second time. You've said this before. It's the second
have
time
Yeah.
you felt like
before.
this.
Friendship is a funny thing, and it develops with time.
Keeper, you're not doing a
No.
great job of this.
It's
Instead
been
of
3
friends, it's
weeks.
family.
It's been 3 weeks, and I have a lot that I need to keep together. Look at this. Look at this. Huh? You know what? You
Look
be
at this
keeper. I'm gonna
thread.
be Penny. All right.
Okay,
It's the
Evan.
morning. Let's do some technical stuff.
Ooh.
Let's. I will say that you guys making a pillow fort and having a sleepover in the living room counts as a nostalgic move, which allows everybody
Yay.
to remove one condition of their choice.
Yay!
Sorry,
Wow!
Toby. Going away.
Goodbye, condition. I'm no longer afraid of being alone.
And
I'm no longer paranoid.
you guys get to create one clue. So keep that in mind as well. It can be a clue from the tape you watched last night. It can be something else. We can talk about it right now, or we can talk about it later. But it is a brand new day, and with that, we'll check off our Dawn questions. So head over to your character sheet in the spreadsheet, which is probably going to be easiest, and take a look at your Dawn questions, and click the ones that you felt you did the day before. Everybody gets to click to the latchkey solve a mystery, because you did. Good job, latchkeys.
Science.
Dawn questions.
I like my science.
Science rules.
Yes.
Bill.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Does
Lina-
Lina count for cutting loose
I
if
think-
she
I think Lina-
vandalized the library?
Definitely cut loose, for sure.
Yeah.
Were you
Yeah.
were you vulnerable with Santi? Didn't you tell
No.
Santi a little bit about your?
Lina did not. I did not tell Santi nothing.
All right, well, you got at least
All she
two.
said was,
Lina, you get 2 boxes there. Penny,
Yay!
you solved the mystery. You haven't quite inserted a signal from the other side, did you? Not really. Did you?
I don't. Not from the tape that just played.
Yeah.
Right? You
But
said
you-
I can do it
But
from
you
the
can, yes, but you'll have another opportunity to do that this coming day. So,
Okay.
you were vulnerable with somebody, so you get 2. Casey, okay, heard you were vulnerable with somebody, and Santi, right on. Did you share a good memory from your childhood? You shared a memory of the park, kind of. I don't know if that counts as a good
Yeah.
memory though.
yeah, I think it was more of just a confused memory.
Fair.
My vulnerability was with Santi. So mine was, did you go out of your way to reconnect with Deep Lake? And that has yet to be done.
Okay. So only have the ones checked off that you felt you've done like the last day, the preceding day. And then once you've done that, wait, does it do it automatically? No. Once you've done that, go ahead and check 1 box off the XP track per box that you checked off on Dawn questions. So if you did 2, you'll check 2 boxes.
Of
And we
just yesterday.
Just yesterday, because they refresh at the top of every day.
Oh, okay. So I did 1.
So Lina, I think you should add 2 to your XP track, no?
Ooh.
2. Nice. Penny, okay, you've got 2 on your XP track. Casey, you should at least have 2 on your XP track. Nice. And Santi, yeah, you should have 3. Great. Now you can choose new Dawn questions, and the way you'll do that is there's a little drop box, and you can choose 3 Dawn questions as you wish. You can keep the same ones also if you'd like. And Penny, you always have did you receive a signal from the other side
Gotcha.
able to be done. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think the second box. Oops. The second box doesn't do anything. What
Yeah,
about-
so in order to unlock that question, you have to check the Key of Desolation first, the Sandstone Arch, which Penny has done.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay. I'm gonna keep mine.
Wait,
Does this sound
Okay,
better when I
this-
talk like this, or does this sound worse? Check.
It's all right.
Check 1.
Just louder.
Check 2. Okay. got it.
louder because you're on top of it.
Beep,
Is-
ba, 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 da, ba.
Sorry. What
Beep-a-da-ba-da-ba.
is there? So in this spreadsheet, I have to keep it checked, right? But I have the drop down menu. So do I
Yeah.
have to keep the
You
like
can
show it?
you can uncheck all the boxes now.
Oh, now because my XP
Yeah,
track. Okay, I
Right.
see.
So they're all being kept in your XP track. You can uncheck all the dawn questions. It's the start of a new day.
All right, gang. What's our plan of order today?
You
I
said
think we
that
need to
we
talk
could
to
go
Casey.
that too,
Mm.
but also
Yeah.
the arcade.
And the Rappaport house.
We got a lot of things to do today. I think we should prioritize Casey.
Yeah. And cleansing the house.
Yes.
Do we decide if we were going to talk to Debbie? Does she need to be in the know?
I feel like Debbie should know. I mean, it's not the best news for her, but she should know.
I don't know if she really
I mean,
wanted us to talk to her again.
yeah.
Yeah.
She
I
was
mean, do we
pretty
also
upset.
yeah. Do we also need to have like legitimate proof that that's what happened to them, or do you think we can just convince them that like, hey, this
Well,
is
we
what
can-
we believe happened?
Can tell her what we found, and if she doesn't believe
Yeah.
us, then
It is a wild accusation to make about her brother.
It is. I think we have to
It's-
tread carefully because she was really sensitive about this when we
Mhm.
last spoke to her. So maybe we preface it. If we are going to agree and go, I think we need to preface that like we have some not great news
Yeah.
and she can maybe decide because this might traumatize her.
Mhm.
All right. I'll call Casey and tell him. Should we meet him at the house? At the Rappaport
He didn't,
house?
he didn't seem like he wanted to go there also. Didn't
Mm.
we invite him before and he didn't want to come?
Sounds familiar.
Or maybe
Maybe.
maybe I just remember the keeper saying that, but
I think he just
maybe he
didn't
wants to say
know
goodbye.
much about it. Yeah.
You also need to decide what you want to do with the house. So
Yeah, I
remember,
do
you have
want
two
to
options.
Blow it up,
cleanse it.
do some spiritual shit.
Well, maybe Casey can provide input on that too. What would give him also
Ooh.
closure?
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe we should tell him first, and then be like, what do you think do you think would be best? Because he seemed the most connected to it.
Yeah.
True.
and then maybe if that is the case, then maybe we can try to get what's her name again? The sister.
Debbie.
Debbie.
Debbie, thank you.
Debbie.
Maybe
Debbie.
if we are doing a ritual, like a ceremony, she would be keen on joining for closure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'll call Casey and have him meet us at the house. Right?
Yeah.
That's what we decide. Or should we meet at Debbie's house?
No, let's
Yeah.
not all just show up at her house.
Hey, yo, what up, Debbie?
Hey, yo,
Your
Debbie.
brother killed his whole family, bro.
He was in
And
his
we
home.
have proof.
Here's the fruit of their bodies.
I saw your dead nephew and looked him in the eyes.
And now I have psychic damage from it.
Wait, hold up. Hold up.
Damage.
Hold up. Didn't Patience call the cops on you guys for going to the house?
Yeah, but cops didn't do shit.
Also,
I mean,
he
as
was
usual.
didn't you
chill with
guys?
us after and was like, if you need anything, give me a call.
Yeah, but didn't you guys have to?
Didn't
You guys
wanna
ran out of the house,
see HOA.
He
That's
wanted
all.
my Skittles.
but you guys ran out of the house when they came to the door. So
This is correct. We have to go in through the back door.
okay.
So
we'll
tell Casey to park far away and meet us in the back.
In the yard.
Unless we do get Debbie to come with us, that would be kind of rad.
All right, meet a block away from Debbie's house.
All right, let's talk to Kate. Point of order. Let's talk to Casey first. See what he wants to do, and then we'll talk to Debbie after. and then
And
and then we'll do
Stacy's
what we need
mom.
to do.
So
Stacy's
you're
mom.
asking Casey to meet you on like in the neighborhood or at the house? At y'all's house on Rodenbecker.
Oh, what
I
if you
guess-
drive? Oh, just
Yeah, I guess we can all drive together and we'll talk in the car as we go to the
Yeah.
house.
Is there
Yeah,
enough
that's a
space
good
for
idea.
all of us?
Isn't it your car, Casey?
Yeah, that's what I
I mean,
mean.
So
We
there's
can
not
also-
enough
only
space.
4.
What? Yeah, there's 5,
We'll be 5.
driver, passenger, and I got 3 seats in the back.
There's plenty of seats. Let's go.
Yes. So
We'll take my car. Hell yeah.
you call Casey. Casey, what do you tell him? What do you tell Casey Wilcox?
Hey man, so we
What's up?
looked in we looked into the Rappaport house that you told us about, and
Yeah.
I think from our findings we found out what might have happened, but it's easier to explain in person if you want to meet us at the house, and we'll talk there.
Yeah, man. Sure. Okay. Can I meet you up front?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll see you there. I'll be there in 5.
All right. We'll see you then, bud.
The 4 of you get in the car, drive over to the house on Escondido Street. It's mid-morning, maybe 11:30. You see the Chuck Terrio, the landscaper, down about 2 blocks on his hands and knees working in someone's yard. But the neighborhood is otherwise fairly empty. Patient heads, car is not in the driveway, fortunately. And you step out the car, and Casey drives up. He has the light, the pizza delivery light that's on top of the car turned off to show that he's not currently on duty. And he steps out, these baggy Jinko jeans and this flame print shirt. And he approaches you, and you can tell he's quite nervous. 1, to be so close to the house on Escondido Street, but 2, because he doesn't know what he's about to hear. Hey, guys. What's up?
Hey man.
Hi,
Casey.
Casey.
Hey, Casey.
How's that
Alright,
weed that I
so-
gave you? Did you smoke it?
The what?
Fire, bruh.
It's
So
fire.
good.
It's
It was-
fire, right?
Yeah. Man, where do you even get that stuff here? It just
Ah, man.
seems like
He points down the street,
Oh no, not Chuck.
and Chuck lifts his
It's
head.
Debbie.
Debbie said she didn't smoke.
Chuck lifts his
Just
head and gives him and then goes back.
Oh
and forth
hell yeah,
on the-
Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck.
I kind of want to apprentice for him even more now.
Cahue.
That's what he's landscaping. It checks out. All right.
So,
Do you,
what did you find out? Is
about
Elliot? Is he?
he? I don't know how delicate way to say this.
I
You know,
I
you're
he's
you're
dead.
better at this kind of stuff.
I mean, I know he's dead, right? Like he's dead. He's got to be dead. That's okay. Just tell me what happened.
Yeah. Lina, do you want to break it down for him, or Casey or Penny?
I mean, I can break it down for him, but I feel like one of you guys knows Casey better. But fuck, I'll do it. So we, damn, this is hard. Anyways, we discovered that Hugh, Elliot's dad, was likely played a part in murdering Elliot and his family. And made a run for it. And yeah.
You guys are fucking with me. No, tell me what happened. Did he transfer schools? What happened? Like, where did they move to?
So,
Mm.
you know how a lot of weird stuff has happened in Deep Lake? We have reason to believe that Hugh got involved in a cult and eventually went kind of mad and, well, and the only reason we're saying this is because Elliot appeared to Casey and I from the other side, and that's how we know. But it was really nice to see him.
Yeah.
He was happy to play with us. And now knowing this, we want to kind of make right on it so that he can rest peacefully. And if you'll help us, we can do that together. I'm really sorry.
One of you roll a presence check.
I have a. Ooh, I think I'm the only one that has a +2.
Oh, you should roll it then.
Yeah, but I'm also not good at the whole.
I actually had a quick question about the stats, real
Sure,
quick.
yeah.
So the stats originally had like numbers on there already. When we
Yeah.
were supposed to add one, were we supposed to add one to the current number that was on there already?
Correct. So if it had 1, it
Oh,
should be 2.
shoot.
If it was 0, it should be 1.
Oh, okay.
-1, 1, or -1, 0 rather.
Not bad.
It has to either
Uh,
be
oh.
Lina or Penny who talked
Oh,
to Casey the most.
okay.
Told him the story, and this is
Penny, how's your presence?
My presence is at a 1.
Mine's at a 1 too. Okay, so I guess it doesn't matter who rolls.
I guess. Who
How are you
has
feeling
2
today about?
D6s right now?
I just did it when I
Oh, you did it.
should I should I
Uh,
just tell you what I should I re-roll?
Well, we have that process that we have to go through. Remember, of saying like, what are you worried
Mhm.
will happen if you?
Oh right. Okay, so I will have to re-roll.
Yeah.
What am I worried that will happen?
Tread lightly.
I guess I'm worried that he doesn't believe us or doesn't want to believe us and just kind of leaves. Just like walks away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a roll.
Quick question. Am
Mhm.
I allowed to use one of my items to help as like advantage
Sure,
for them?
if you'd like. Yeah, since you're together.
Uh,
But
so I have
what
some.
is?
Oh,
Yeah, what is the item?
I'm gonna use my handkerchiefs that I have and offer it to
Yeah,
Casey
chloroform?
to to help because he's got a lot of emotions in case he might cry.
Shut up! Shut up! Just shut up!
I was
Um,
offering it to him to, it seems like he's getting emotional. Maybe there's like his eyes are starting to water. Like I was gonna offer it to him to, dab away the tears and help process his emotions.
That is fair. Yeah, I'll allow that.
That feels
So,
healthy.
Madeline, you can roll at advantage for this.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, I literally rolled the same thing that I rolled when I which is a 4 and a 3.
4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's now
Plus 1.
+1.
+1. That's 8. But you got to roll at advantage, which means. Does anyone remember what that means?
You have to roll
Let's see.
3 and pick the highest.
You can take the highest.
Yeah. So throw one more die. We know you've got a 4.
I can take the highest.
I like this one better.
Let's go.
It's a 2.
All right.
Okay.
So
Damn.
you have an 8. 8 solid.
Yeah.
So with an 8, Casey will believe you. Casey
Okay.
will go with your account of what happened.
He's gonna go tell the cops, bro.
But
Watch.
Casey will tell someone. You don't know who, but
Little
it
rat.
may lead to some complication in the future.
Okay.
Do you want to go through with trying to convince him?
To not tell somebody?
No. So right now, you get to decide whether you go through with everything you just did and trying to tell Casey and convince him what happened, or we can rewind the tape.
Or we say JK.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I mean,
if you tell him, Casey will believe you and agree to help and be supportive of the latchkeys, but may or may not be a weak link in information security in the near future.
now we chloroform him.
Now we
Then we
chloroform.
Well, okay, so
I mean,
if it's uncertain, then I think we should risk it.
Yeah, I mean, Casey. If Casey tells anyone, maybe we just tell him. If you're gonna tell someone else, wait until we leave town.
Well, I don't know that we'll be able to control that, but I don't know. I say we run the risk because
Likely,
the-
who would Casey tell?
So
Yeah.
we
Chuck?
have Chuck,
no,
we
Chuck?
have Debbie, we have the police officer, and then we have Patience.
Okay,
And then-
so here's the thing: is if he tells somebody, we probably can't burn the house down.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
we just have
yeah.
to burn it really quickly.
No, but they'll know it's us then.
Yeah,
They will know that it's us. They'll immediately
Well-
connect it back to us.
yeah. I
We're
mean,
the
we'd
only
definitely be
people
the
who have
first
been in that
suspects.
house in who knows
Yeah.
how long.
Yeah,
So we opt for, I say we opt for risking it and we don't burn the house. We go for a ritual that's a little bit safer instead. And then we move on to our next mystery.
But what
I
if
agree with
he
Penny.
continues to tell Patience and she shows up? Then what? We sneak in?
you really think Casey's on a chill basis with Patience?
I don't know, man. I don't know who Casey knows.
I know.
Listen,
It could just be like a coworker, you know?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, if one person knows, another person's gonna know, and another person's gonna know, and another
It's
person's
probably
gonna
a
know.
character we don't know yet.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, this whole town kind of knows we're up to some weird shenanigans. So
Whatever.
Okay, on the count of
Whatever.
3, should we say our answer? Yes, we go through with it. No, we rewind the tapes.
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah,
3,
all right.
2, 1.
Let's go.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Casey stands alarmed at first. You see his mind racing. But eventually, it sinks in. And you can see the change of expression on his face. He reaches out and grabs Santi's handkerchief. Just sort of clutches it in his fist. Then he looks up at you, at Penny, and at Casey, and he says, "You said you saw him? You saw Elliot?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I could see him too?
We can try. But there's no guarantee. I don't mind going back in again.
And we have to cleanse it anyways.
Yeah.
He looks past you at the house, crooked and looming as ever against the hot desert heat. He says, "I haven't been in there since I was a kid."
You want to have one last play date?
Yeah, okay. How do you want to do this?
We go in.
Are we getting
Like
Debbie
right
involved?
now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
Oh wait.
How
Oh,
the fuck are we gonna cleanse this place?
I have something in my room, in my corner
Yeah.
of the house.
Yeah, I thought Penny was kind of an expert in this stuff.
Yeah, this is Penny's
Right.
wheelhouse.
My wheelhouse.
Okay.
Everyone move over.
Should we just
But
tell
are we?
Debbie?
Do we want to
Should we
get
tell
Debbie
Debbie
involved?
afterward?
Yeah, do we get Debbie? I don't know. That's
Now that I
good-
think about
Because
it,
if it's
I
being
don't-
able to see Elliot, do you think she'd want to be able to see at least one of them?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Now that I think about it, I don't think we should.
Well, I
involve
think we should
Debbie.
do just Casey first, and then if all goes well, then we can invite Debbie because at least we have another person on account. You know,
What if Elliot doesn't appear twice?
I feel like he would.
Yeah. I mean, you
You-
did tell him you were going to meet him again,
That's
that-
true.
even if it might not have been true.
I don't know. I don't know though. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
let's
feels
just
weird
give
to,
it a try.
leave the house and then go back. Like we're also running the risk of being seen on the block. So in some ways it feels better to be like, if we're all gonna do this, let's do it now, get it done with,
Yeah.
so that we're not doing all this back and forth and
Yeah.
risk like the
Agree.
sheriff coming, risk the HOA, ruining
I feel
it.
bad for Debbie though. That's my only thing.
Well, it's just, I don't think there's any more information that we can give Debbie that's going to make her feel better.
Maybe not information, but maybe like Penny was saying that she might want to see Elliot to believe
last
it.
We can invite her.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
And we can like pull up with Casey Wilcox, so that she knows that she would be with somebody else who's not us, and then we just go from there.
All right. Do we want to tell her the whole story? Do we just want to tell her that we saw Elliot and that we can help cleanse the house? I don't think we need
This
to tell
gets
her about-
messy.
I don't think we need to tell her about the murders. I think we just need to tell her that the spirits are there and that we can help with cleansing it.
Yeah.
Did she know that we went into the house last time?
I don't
Oh,
remember.
No, we didn't tell her. We were just asking her immediately about her family, and she asked us
Yeah.
to leave.
It seems like a lot more than I anticipated. Because then we have to tell her that we broke in, everything that we saw, heard.
I mean, I feel like she kind of had to know we've gotten in there. Like, if we're gonna ask questions and
She
I'm
knew we
sure
were
she was-
digging.
Okay, fuck it, let's roll.
Yeah.
And we got Casey with us.
So you're
Yeah.
gonna try to ask Debbie to come with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the four of you, now plus Casey Wilcox, walk down this rather quiet street towards where Chuck is, trying to get over to Debbie's house. Now, one person walking on the street is a lot in Deep Lake. 5 people walking down the street is quite a bit.
Yeah.
Chuck,
Hey, hey Penny, do you want to go with me in the house and we can prep for the ritual?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
you've already
Okay.
made your bed, and now you must.
Okay,
clean it.
damn it.
Shit.
The 5 of you walk down the sidewalk in this quiet neighborhood, across the street from the fucking head of the HOA, while the
She's not home.
landscaper is down the street in the middle of the
Chuck
afternoon.
is cool.
Chuck is cool. Patience isn't around today.
Yeah, we're smart.
Somebody give me a
Presence, composure.
composure check at disadvantage.
Yeesh.
I just-
So
Nobody.
then, is that rolling 3 and choosing the bottom 2?
Rolling 3, choosing the bottom 2.
Okay,
Um,
I have +2 to composure.
Do it.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything to help with that.
Yeah.
Do I
don't-
have to say like what would happen?
What do you word will happen? Yeah.
Wait, think about it. Think.
Be
about
careful.
it.
Be careful with how you say this.
It's like asking a thief.
Please.
Stabbed.
Freaking Chuck
Stab.
spits at us.
Yeah.
I like stabbing.
I like a little
Just a little.
a little casual stabbing.
Casual homicide. Isn't that what it was listed
Casual
as?
murder, yeah. I think Chuck is going to note it and tell patients later.
All right. Go ahead and roll 3 dice. Pick the bottom 2.
That's
And
fair.
remember, you get a +1 because you did a recap today.
Okay, I got a 5, a 4, and a 3.
So that's
+1?
9.
Plus 2. So it's a 9.
Fuck
9
yeah, let's go.
plus, wait, 5 and a 4. Oh, okay. 4
A
plus
5, a
7
4,
is
and a
9.
3.
You get a 10 technically because the +1 also from the recap. The bonus recap.
Oh,
points.
yeah.
Oh yeah. It's still the
Yay.
same league though,
Okay.
right? Cuz
It is. No, actually, no, 10 is different. 10
Oh,
is the first
yay!
one in that. Clean success.
Yay!
Helps
So-
to have good memory.
Tell me how you get to Debbie's house and what you tell Debbie when you knock on her door.
Oh, I'm not good at this. But we're just going to walk with confidence to Debbie's house like we're not causing a stir, we're not acting suspicious. We're just chatting with our friend Debbie. And we go to her house, knock on her door. Debbie.
The shutters open.
Oh.
The shutters close. What do you want?
We just wanted to extend an offer if we know that the presence of Elliot is still in your brother's old house, and if you would like, we were gonna help
What are you
cleanse
fucking
the
talking
house.
about right now? Why are you talking to me about my dead nephew, 10 years old?
Listen, I know this sounds crazy and it's not going to make any sense and we're going to look like very bad guys, but we're not, and we're here just trying to help. And me and Penny went into the house and we saw him and we played with him.
Are you sick in the head or something? Why are you telling me you're hanging out with my dead nephew? You come into my house in the middle of the afternoon. What? Don't you know that I've thought about them every day for 12 years? You coming in talking to me that you played with my dead nephew? What's wrong with
What was
you?
the name of, what was the
Did
name
you
of his
know that he was dead?
I mean, he's been missing for more than a
Oh,
decade.
I see.
Guys, what was the name of his plushie?
Frogette.
I don't think he named it. Did he name
The
it?
turtle?
Yeah.
Oh,
what
yeah,
Was,
right.
does it have a name?
I didn't think it had a name. I just thought it was
Okay.
just a turtle.
We can just say that we played with the turtle.
Yeah. We were in his room and
You were in his
he-
room? You've been breaking into that house?
Do you remember his green turtle plushie?
Answer my question before I call
Yes.
Bill on you.
Yes, we were.
Oh my god.
And
Oh my god. You're losing her.
Listen,
You need to make a move now or she's going to call the sheriff's office on you.
Okay,
Listen,
listen.
we just wanted to help with anything that might be lingering in the house to help.
Casey Wilcox asked
People-
us to go in because he wanted help with closure. And we went into the house and Elliot appeared to us and wanted us to play with his turtle plushie. So we had a play date with him and we are back here so that Casey can meet him and have one last play date, and we're inviting you to join us.
Jesus Christ, I'm calling Bill right now. Door closes.
Listen.
You can hear a ringtone
no.
behind the door.
All right, how long do you think it takes you to do this ritual? Can we come back another day?
No, this is crazy. Should we try knocking again?
You got
Um,
about
We no, like I said,
Okay,
15,
can we knock
20
again?
minutes before the sheriff Bill
No,
Hanson
we don't have
arrives.
time. We don't
All
have
time.
time.
We gotta go do the ritual.
Now?
See, yeah, she wasn't. There was nothing we could have told her that was gonna be helpful for her. Let's
Oh,
go.
we made an error.
We messed up.
Maybe
404.
don't
We weren't
don't
supposed
tell
to
a
go to
woman
her
you've
house.
only had a 5-minute conversation with ever before
Yeah.
about the most traumatic thing that she's ever experienced in her life.
We were trying to be considerate, okay?
I'm not good at feelings.
We
I
thought it would be a nice thing to do, and we didn't think about it thoroughly. I'm sorry.
I'm not an I told you so person, but Santi kind of.
Okay, I'm a little bit worried about. I'm a lot a bit worried.
Yeah,
What is
but
this ritual? What do we need for this ritual?
Yeah.
Well, I
can
have
you
my
read it?
smudge from my corner of the room, so I'll get that. It's in my bag, and I just need water and a candle, and
Oh my god, guys!
Can
But then
someone-
what?
Can someone get in the house and someone distract the sheriff?
Wait, what if we just tie her up?
No. Enough
No!
planning.
She
Let's do
already
this
called the
ritual.
sheriff. If Bill
Yeah.
comes here and Debbie's tied up and our names are attached to it, we are done.
y'all,
Yeah.
we've got like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
Bill seems to be really interested in Casey, so I feel like Casey can.
AC, do you got
Distract
some
Bill.
Skittles on you?
what was your question?
Does Casey have Skittles on her?
Casey
I'm always
is
loaded.
beginning to second guess that he just agreed to do this
Okay.
with you all. He's
No.
like,
No,
man,
me,
what did
Casey.
you all
Penny?
get me into,
No.
man?
Our Casey, do you have Skittles?
Oh, Casey.
Yeah, sorry, our Casey.
No,
not
you don't
Casey
have
Wilcox.
Skittles on you.
I do have Skittles.
Are they in your corner of the room?
No, they're not.
Okay.
We went
Yeah.
to Kmart.
You
We went to
Alright.
Circle K.
did you buy Skittles? I don't remember you saying that you
I
bought.
she had
Yeah,
Skittles.
and then you ate
I-
them.
She had Skittles the
And
first
then
time.
Yeah,
I
and then you
didn't-
ate them. Have you been to a
You
Circle
did say
K
you put
since
all
then?
of them in your mouth.
Skittles in my pockets.
Why are we
Alright,
fighting?
You cannot
Alright,
use
enough.
pocket Skittles.
Alright.
Casey has a switchblade. She should stab him.
Penny, you take. Penny, you
Drive
take
your car into the
Casey.
house.
It's a.
Wait, okay, can somebody
Okay,
make it?
hold-
All right, who wants
on.
to be the distraction?
I will be
I need to
distraction.
go take Casey Wilcox into this
Yeah.
house. Who will
Yeah.
be the
Distraction how?
The sheriff
I will
comes.
distract.
I think I have my
Can we?
guitar in my
Oh,
car.
Santi, you and I should tell him like about what happened at the library and be like, someone was breaking into the library, and then show him the broken window and get him away from there.
Yeah. Well, he might accuse us of it and question us.
I would never vandalize the library.
To buy
Why
us
don't we
time.
just tell him that Debbie's
No.
insane?
Dad, enough.
Tie her up.
Penny,
See if she
you
tied
take
herself
pizza.
up.
I
Penny,
think
you
he's
take
gonna be
pizza,
irritated
Casey.
that we're
Do the
back
ritual.
here.
Penny, you take pizza, Casey, and do the ritual. I'll stay here and distract whoever wants to stay out here. Can help, but only if you keep your shit together.
I'll help.
Right? My God.
Together.
Ah,
We're
ah.
outside the door.
Okay. So
I don't wanna
who's
live.
on team ritual? Who's on team sheriff distraction?
I'll go to ritual.
Okay.
Word.
And Lina, you're staying with Santi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's
Penny,
Casey?
you grab Pizza Casey by the hand and you start running, knowing that you have a very short amount of time to do something that you've never really done before, which is cleanse an entire home of a demonic energy. So you run with Pizza Casey and with your Casey, the two Caseys, and you enter the house in Escondido Street.
Casey sandwich.
It is hot.
Aw.
It is hot in here. And the interior of the walls like flesh sweating. You see beads of water pouring from the walls. They bend and crack. You can hear the wood of the house creaky like it's coming alive. like teeth brushing or rubbing against one another, grating. You feel the whole house like its spine wants to rip out of its back. You feel it angry. You feel it know what you are trying to do. Penny, how do you want to do this? Casey, by the way,
Okay.
is lingering at the front of the door. You and your Casey are in the living room. You see him hesitating to take that step in.
I take a deep breath and I
It
look
hurts your
at
lungs.
yeah, it literally hurts my lungs because I think I have bronchitis. I take a deep breath. I look at my Casey and I like get my Casey to ground, and then I'm like, I need you to like calm Casey Wilcox down, and like, and then that happens, and then I'm like, okay, I need to start opening. I like just kind of like go off the cuff, and I'm just like going based off of like what I feel and see happening, and I I like direct them to do some things, and I'm also like talking to the house and talking to Elliot's spirit. Um so yeah, we like walk in and wait, sorry, are you gonna go?
No, go ahead. Keep describing what
Okay.
you guys.
Okay. We walk into the house and I greet Elliot and the house. And as I greet Elliot, I'm like presenting myself. We're all saying our names. And we're starting to walk further into the house. And I ask both of the Caseys to open some windows to let some like air in and like draw the curtains.
Casey has still not entered the house. He's on the front mat.
Okay.
So
I'm sure
Okay.
this is a lot for him.
while
Yeah.
Penny, you are getting ready the house, you are walking around, you are opening windows, you send Casey to ground the Casey that won't enter, and you're
Yes.
beginning to try to connect with Elliot. And for a moment, you hear the faint voice of that little boy. But then it's drowned out by something far deeper and more sinister.
Hell no.
Casey, you go to the front of the house, and Casey, Pizza Casey, Jesus Pizza Casey is sweating now, and is like, I don't know, man. I think this was a mistake. I should go.
Casey, from one Casey to the next. Listen, I've dealt with mysterious things before in my life. I've had loss. I've lost my mom at a really young age. I understand that this is a lot, okay? But trust me when I say that this child, he needs us. He needs you. So please be brave. Take a deep breath. Breathe with me. Hold my hand.
He grabs your hand. Penny, as the two of them are holding hands, literally in and out at the threshold of this house, you hear, in your head, echoing, getting louder and louder as you set candles and open windows and search the room. You go from one room of the house to the other, and you go from that room to another room, and then you try to get back into the living room, and you find yourself going into another room, deeper and darker into this new labyrinth you find yourself. All the while, you hear the voice of David Tilbert. Accept yourself. You are everything that you need. You are beautiful. You are young. You are everything. Echoing, and you open the door back into the living room, and you find yourself into another room, into the bedroom that's set for one. You open the door, you're in the bathroom where Santi was murdered, and some timeline, everything is ripping and falling apart as you go one room to another. Santi and Lina, you guys are outside. Way off in the distance, you can hear the faint sounds of sirens growing. You can see Debbie's door slightly ajar as she waits for the arrival of Bill Hanscom. Chuck, is the landscaper, is now kind of popping his head up, trying to figure out what's going on. What do the two of you want to do?
I'm gonna put my car like in front of is Debbie's house just directly across the street, or is it like
Down
a
the
couple
block.
houses down?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put my car in front of Debbie's house. So that if the cop comes, that uh he sees me standing in front of Debbie's house.
Debbie takes this as a threat, you moving your car right in front of her house. She shuts the door back, and Chuck is now kind of getting up and walking over to the two of you, slowly and sort of unassumedly, but definitely curious. What do the two of you want to do, if anything?
I am gonna just look as calm as possible, and just, keep my composure, not trying to look tense or like uncomfortable. I'm just kind of, trying to just how I would normally stand, just very casual, and maybe I'll take out a cigarette and light it to smoke.
Lina.
I'm gonna really rely on Santi to take the lead on this, but I'm going to like unnaturally act natural, and I'm gonna like put my arm on the hood of his car and lean a lot, being like, "Yeah, we're both being natural right now."
Chuck approaches you, looks over at Debbie's house, looks over at you, and goes, "Young folk, what are you doing here?"
Hey, Chuck. We kind of just had a misunderstanding with Debbie. Um, I guess, listen, I feel like, you and probably everyone has been trying to figure out why our group has been in town asking these mysteries and solving stuff. And you know what? Here's the thing. Chuck, you may not recognize me, but I used to be a child actor, and I've been in a few commercials in this town, and I used to be in a sitcom, but money hasn't been great, so I decided to new endeavor of ghost hunting show. So
Mm-hmm.
I brought all these guys together, and I have felt there's some weird stuff going on in Deep Lake, and we were just trying to do research uh for my new ghost hunting show that I'm trying to start.
Looks over at Lina, kind of
Mhm.
gives you an inquisitive look, doesn't say anything, but just looks to see if you are supporting this story.
Mm-hmm. 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 I'm a ghost hunter. I have a MySpace. Do you want to check it out?
Yeah,
To distract him, I'm gonna like pull out my laptop and start going into my MySpace and showing him my MySpace.
yeah. And I will accept that I made a mistake. I got a little too method about it. I was trying to play this role of the investigator and trying to get deep into the questions, but I'm not great at being a cop. And you know what? I think I just kind of sketched Debbie out, and I would like to apologize to her, but she seems to not want to come out. And she called
Okay.
Bill. So I'll talk to Bill and help, ease the situation and tell him what's actually going on.
Okay, we'll put in that for now.
That
Penny.
was nuts.
That was good.
That
Penny.
was crazy. I can't wait to hear what happens next.
While Lina and Santi are out on the street preparing for the arrival of Sheriff Bill Hanscom doing damage control, nothing could be further from your mind than this. Penny, you are in a world all of your own. You are now sprinting through this room that will never end, full of empty furniture, a table set, but things not making sense. You are in a maze, and you hear this voice ripping inside of your skull. It is no longer telling you that you are everything, but rather that you will give everything to it. In your mind, you see that shriveled face of an old, weeping, fearful David Tilbert in the spiraled mirror, and it is saying to you, you can hear it, "Give me everything! Give it to me!" As you run one door after the another, never ending. What do you want to do?
I want to make it stop, and I want to find Elliot and just, yeah, like heal this house and get this spirit either out or like better.
How do you want to do this? You're running, sprinting, you're panicking. One room after the other, this endless array of rooms and rooms.
I call out to Elliot.
You scream out Elliot's name. You think you may have connected to his spirit? Maybe? It's so hard to hear over the shrieking affirmations of some disembodied David Tilbert echoing across all of the walls. For a moment, David's voice becomes one of many voices. You hear the screams of a woman, maybe, and the weeping of a man, thuds, flesh tearing, acts of violence. The walls around you become speckled with blood, crimson red.
I'm like overwhelmed, but I also am like starting to piece it together. Like I'm some of what I'm seeing and like hearing, I think is like memory that the house holds. Um so I'm like trying to put that together in my brain and trying to understand like also what is David or like the spirit that's like trying to scare me and get me out so as to not heal the house and like yeah, heal Elliot. Um and so I'm like trying to like center myself because I'm like if I keep running, the maze is just going to keep going and it's never going to stop because it wants me to be trapped. So I'm like sort of like telling myself this and like reminding myself this and then I an item with me. And so I reach into my bag and I pull out my smudge and I start like talking, I guess, again to Elliot and like talking to the house again as I'm like lighting the smudge and I'm like, right, like I can do this, I can do this. And I just like start doing it. And I like start just smudging as I'm like walking through the maze now. And I like watch where the smoke is going and like how it's moving. And I see it like, yeah, spiraling maybe in a different way than what we have been seeing in all of these like spiral illusions that have been everywhere. And I start to see that it's like clearer and it's like fading like the maze is sort of ending and I'm like starting to enter into the house that I know that is real again, as I continue to like cleanse it, and like get back into reality. But I like can feel the forces sort of like moving, right? Like I can feel some of the evil or like what is bad and like icky, and heavy around me. And yeah, there's a lot of like light movement happening and I'm beginning to like the voices are sort of like dissipating and I'm able to like indicate where Elliot's voice is coming from. And so I start moving towards that. And it leads me back to his room.
If you can roll accordingly. So go ahead and give me a sensitivity roll using your smudge at advantage.
+1?
Whatever her sensitivity is, which is
Oh, my
no,
minus
because of
one.
sensitivity is
the
at
but
-1.
because of your memory, the
Oh
feedback.
yeah,
Definitely.
you can use a recap +1.
Oh, from the questions?
Remember earlier today when I asked everybody who gives me a recap can use a +1 on a roll.
Oh, right. Haha.
Yes. So you have a flat 0 on sensitivity, but you're using your smudge, which means you're going to roll at an advantage. So roll 3 and pick the highest 2 numbers. Before you do this, what are you worried will happen if you fail? While you think of this, Casey, you are now holding hands with Casey Wilcox at the threshold of this house. As you're looking at him, the wooden frame in between you and him begins to splinter like teeth. And as you hold hands in between this threshold, the
Oh
teeth
my
begin
God,
to
bro.
point their way towards the two of you, threatening to begin to poke and prod into your flesh. And one of them does. You get a wooden stake beginning to bury itself into your wrist as you hold on to Casey Wilcox's hands. Go ahead and give me a composure or sensitivity roll.
Is this the door that's eating me?
Yes, the door of the house on Escondido Street.
Okay, so composure or sensitivity?
Mm-hmm.
And that's... I don't have my dice readily available,
That's
so...
2d6 plus whatever your modifier is. If it's you can composure 0, sensitivity is 1. So maybe you want to do sensitivity.
Okay, I'm gonna trust in Google. 5 plus 1, so 6. I'm trash, bro.
The wooden
Yeah.
tooth that is splintering off of the door frame lodges itself firmly in your wrist and then snaps off, and a splatter of blood goes all onto your clothing and onto the wall of the house, and it just seeps into the hungry house, and you have to check a key as a result of the damage of this house threatening to swallow you alive. Penny, what are you worried will happen if you fail this test?
Okay, I'm gonna stir the pot because I don't want to think of like a weak fear. I'm actually just gonna state what my fears are. Because my character's already sort of in between.
Don't do
realms.
that!
No, I think it'll be fun, guys. Also, I just
wait.
can't think of a weak one, and I just this is just my real fear. Well, I have 2 actually, but I'm gonna say one of them that I think is the lesser. So it's my real fear, but it's a little bit less. Anyways, my fear is that the voice that I think is Elliot's is not. And it's David's. That is tricking me.
That's rough.
Ooh, that's sneaky.
We'll have you roll in a second. Casey, now you're bleeding pretty profusely down your arm, and droplets of blood are going over and around Casey in your hands and dropping onto the ground. Casey wants to pull away, but you're holding onto him. You look behind you and you look for Penny, but you don't see her. Do you call out for her?
No,
You don't.
no, I don't.
What are you doing? What is Casey feeling in this moment?
It's just a drop of blood. That's what I'm thinking right now. Like, holy shit.
Casey,
It's
you're
okay.
bleeding a lot,
Casey,
man.
it's okay. It's
You're bleeding
okay.
a lot, man.
It's just a scratch. It's just a scratch. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this, okay?
The
You got me. You're with
splinters
me.
are beginning to go around him and beginning to gently get closer to his face. Casey, let me go! Casey, let me go, man! Santi and Lina, around the corner, you see Bill Hanscom coming in the sheriff vehicle. Woo! Pull over.
Oh.
Door opens. Big Boot steps out, tips his hat as he walks over to you and Chuck. He's got this big barrel chest, a uniform that's much too small and tight on him. Steps over while holding his belt buckle and goes, "Where's your Skittle friend?"
Went to go get some more Skittles. Hello, officer. Santi Caruso. I put my hand out, chick. Don't think we've met yet, but I've heard good things about you.
He shakes it, and Debbie opens the door, and cigarette half, close to burning her fingers and lips, steps out, throws it to the side, and begins to storm in your direction. Penny, go ahead and roll your die.
Oh wait, I have to roll 3.
Roll 3, and you pick the 2 highest numbers.
Okay, I have 2, so I'll
Okay.
wait a second. Oh no! Wait, it landed on my legs.
All right, reroll.
Hacked.
Okay. It's a 4 and a 2, and then let me roll again. And a fucking 2. So that's 8 plus 1, 9.
That's a 4 and a 2, right?
Oh, sorry, 6 plus 7.
Well, you said you rolled a 2, and a 4. Yes.
And it's the 2 highest ones. Yeah.
2 high, so it's 4 and 2.
So 6.
6. And that
Plus 1.
And it's sensitivity roll, so that's 0.
Oh, ass.
Yeah. So that is a failure.
No.
So you take a few steps in. Penny.
Oh.
Penny, help. Penny. And you follow the smoke leading you down this dark hallway, and you open the door, and you see tiny, helpless Elliot, big eyes, sitting on the lap of David.
No.
On his childhood bed.
No.
And David grabs the top of Elliot's head and removes it off of his hand like a puppet and discards his body.
Oh,
Stands
this is
up
bad.
and he looks at you and he says, "Time to give me everything." And that's the last thing that Penny ever sees. Now, would you like to turn a key?
I'd like to turn the key, please.
Turn the fucking key. Please.
That was actually really scary.
Give me everything tonight.
Our
David
pizza days
Silver
are
is
over.
Pitbull.
So, Amy, remember, you check a key, you owe me a key, and
So-
Penny, you check it. Yeah, what's up, Amy?
So is it under the key of desolation?
You can choose to check off the sandstone arch as the first key of desolation, if you would like.
Oh, it
Casey
has to
can.
go in order.
You have to start in order for key of desolation. Yeah.
I see, because it would have been really cool to do another one, but I'll shave it for later.
But if you like, you can start and do the sandstone arch. In fact, because this damage is so psychic, go ahead and do the sandstone arch. You just
I
got
wanted to
bitten
do the
by a
chromatic
house.
desert.
That's no, that's like hardcore area.
I know, but wouldn't it be so cool if like I'm no longer perceived and like the group was like, oh my god, Casey was never here. It was actually the pizza Casey.
Not yet, though. That's not yet, dog. down.
Penny.
Maybe we'll get to that.
Oh, yeah, maybe we
Okay.
will. Penny, go ahead and check off a
Okay.
key as well. And while you guys are choosing which key to check in, Bill Hanscom, Debbie walks out and is saying, they've been breaking in to my dead brother's house. They've been breaking in and stealing their things, and they came up to me and talking about all this nonsense about ghosts, and I need you to arrest them right now. They've been loitering, they've been breaking and entering. And you see Bill Hanscom go, Debbie, and then just kind of waits for Debbie to get it all out, until she's kind of huffing and puffing and begins to light another cigarette. And there's a moment of quiet if you want to insert anything at this point.
All right, real quick, Debbie, I apologize. We didn't mean to, aggravate you at all, Mr. Hanscom. This is all just a misunderstanding. As I was telling Chuck, me and my group of friends are here just doing some research on a ghost show that I'm planning on creating. Mr. Hanscom, I don't know if you recognize me. I was a child actor here, and I not super important, but I'm trying to find some new avenues to create and be an artist. And I think I made a mistake with Debbie. I was going a little bit method, this new thing that they're doing in Hollywood. I got way too into character of being this investigator and trying to get to the roots, and I forgot to not blur the lines of reality, and I accept responsibility for that. All of it, we never actually went inside the house, other than outside looking from it, because we got the same bad vibes from it. And I pull out my performative book, if you'll allow me to use this item. Be like, this is a copy of Murder on the Orient Express. I was taking tips from the detective in this, and just being really, really hard on people to get these answers, and I fucked up.
No, okay. Y'all got people in the house right now?
Not right now. They left. They went to go get some Skittles and some snacks.
He looks over at Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck kind of looks down. And then Bill goes, well, why don't we just take a walk down there right now, all of us? Come on now. And
No, I assure you, it's not really necessary, sir. I think
it won't be that much trouble, right?
I think we need to
Do
help Debbie
something.
and coax. I think we need to coax Debbie and stay
Lina,
here.
faint, Lina, faint.
Oh. I immediately just like go.
And then I go, Lina,
No.
are you okay?
Oh
Lina.
my god.
She hasn't had any water all
I
day.
can't. Oh my god.
All right.
Oh,
Why don't you sit
can't
right
breathe.
there? We can call the paramedics.
No, I have a health condition. I need a police escort to the hospital right now.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the paramedics. Oh please.
Trust me, this has happened before. She just has this condition where she gets very worked up with the supernatural energy. She's one of the people I have on my team for my show.
Bill looks over at you, looks over at the house, and is thinking about what to do next.
Trust me, nothing is going on in this town. I feel like you don't want someone to die in your town.
Penny.
I am a bit of a celebrity, so everyone will find out that you let me die here.
Actually, Casey,
Okay.
You are at this point almost being enclosed by jagged wooden teeth. You can't even see the living room or the night air outside of you. You guys are in a cocoon of these things, of these splinters that are now poking into your rib cage and into your arms, up to your neck. You're looking at Casey, and Casey doesn't have a choice anymore, is looking at you and is crying and is scared. but is with you. Both of your hands covered in blood, his face smeared in blood, and he's trying to smile and he's trying to be present with you, but he's struggling. How is Casey? How are you dealing with this?
I'm crying, bro. My eyes, like, I just have waterfalls down my eyes. Can I let go?
I think at this point, your hands, there's no room to move without impaling yourself on the jagged teeth of this house. Do you say anything to Casey?
I start singing a song. A very calm, rock-esque Casey song. Kind of like what Bob Marley says, everything's gonna be alright, but Casey version.
As Casey begins to sing this soothing rock ballad, somewhere else in the house, Penny clutches onto a burning stick of smudge. She can hear Casey's voice singing, echoing, as David's voice recedes in the distance. And she looks at the smoke, and the smoke begins to drift and form shapes in the darkness. Turtles that begin a slow march towards a room in the distance, barely ajar. You hold on to yourself. You don't know what just happened, but you're here now, and you begin to follow the smoke turtles down the hallway until you enter the room. It's Elliot's room. Actually, Elliot's room. You don't know how you managed to escape David's grasp, but you're here. But as you look at Ghost Elliot, you know that this is going to be the last time that you'll ever see him. There is a cost to everything, Penny. And the cost of you being able to survive is that Elliot now has to go. So you look at Elliot, who's sitting on the floor of his bedroom holding his turtle plushie. Is there anything you say to him?
I tell Elliot that he doesn't have to be scared anymore. That now he gets to go to a place where he'll be able to play, and he can take his turtle plushie there and he'll actually be able to hold it. And that if he waits long enough, he will be reunited with Casey Wilcox at some point, and he'll get to see his mom there. And yeah, I tell him that, yeah, you just, like, you don't have to be scared anymore. You're not going to be trapped here anymore. You get to leave and you get to be free.
Penny, you get down on your knees and you put Elliot's little hands in yours and you hold on to them. Debbie Rappaport pushes past the sheriff and goes, "If you're not gonna go, then I will." And she begins to storm in her robe and her little slippers down the sidewalk until she's right in front of the house on Escondido Street, staring at it. She takes out another cigarette to smoke. The two Caseys, the two of you are holding hands. And right as your song, Casey, is about to get cut short by all these jagged teeth finally closing in on you, there's a snap. And now you're no longer holding on to Casey's hands, but to Penny's. And you're in the living room, and in the doorway, you see little Elliot and little Casey holding hands, the turtle plushie between them, both children, just like they used to play. Beyond them, you see Debbie, trembling, the cigarette unlit in her hands falling to the ground. And that's where we'll cut tonight.
Don't you fucking God damn it! God
No!
fucking damn it!
I'm fucking wrecked.
So much happened. Oh.